Oh, hey Reese, what's going on today? Hi, how you going? It is, of course, me, Reese T. O'Leary of perpelFLAME and Company. Say it with me. That's right, PERPELFLAME. And you are joining me here for another Throwback Thursday, where I like to share experiences that have occurred that I've participated in along my journey as a psychic medium and a witch. Today we have, it seems like a logical course of action, really, but today we have a really cool episode where I will be talking about Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Now, before we do get into today's video, I just want to remind you all to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit that little bell notification every single time you want to be notified about one of these videos being uploaded to this channel, which is really, really frequently and really regularly. So if you hit that bell notification, then you'll get told when that occurs. So anyways, let's get into it. We only have about 10 minutes, and honestly, I could talk for days about Sydney. I've grown up in Sydney, Australia, so of course I've got a lot of memories here and a lot of things to share. And in Sydney, it's a bit of a bittersweet taste in my mouth when I think about Sydney. When I talk about Sydney, I've had both formulating negative and traumatic experiences, but I've also had some of the foundational experiences of my path and my journey. I mean, there's so many things to do and see here in Sydney, Australia, and a lot of those things I have experienced. I'm filming this video here at the moment in Sydney, Australia, but very shortly I won't be in Sydney, Australia any longer. My time has come to a close, so I thought this video was appropriate to film now. And I want to throw back to a couple of experiences, or a few experiences that I've had here whilst being here, that have been formulating on my journey. For example, way back when, about 15 years ago, when I started out reading for people, I, for a long time, didn't accept any form of money for readings. And then after I gained confidence, I started charging $30 for reading. And I would meet people at a cafe in my local area called Morello's. Now, this cafe no longer exists, sadly, but I got to know Vince, the owner of the cafe, very, very well. And he allowed me to sit out the front and do readings. And I would buy myself a coffee and my client a coffee. And I will never forget this one particular reading where the person came, and this person is still around in the tribe today, but this person, and this was honestly 13 years ago, 14 years ago now, a long time ago. This person came, they sat down, they handed me a $20 note and a $10 note. And the first thing I felt from that money was, ooh, this person actually really couldn't afford to be giving me this money. So I said that to them. I said, I can feel that, you really actually couldn't afford to be here today, so it's my pleasure to be able to buy you a coffee. And this person said, you're absolutely right, I couldn't afford this. Now, this was one of the most amazing things I've ever had happen. Right in that moment, and mind you, there was nobody else at the cafe sitting outside with us. There was nobody else around. A $10 note and a $20 note blew past us. Now, I used to put the money on the table and put something over the top of it to hold it there until the reading was done. That was just the way I operated. I didn't like it feeling like a transactional experience. And I'll never forget the shock and awe of both myself and this client going, where did this money just blow in from? And there was a set of stairs, and so I looked up the stair. I made sure to go and look up the stairs. Was anyone up there? No. There was quite literally nobody around. And I just went, oh my goodness gracious me. Spirit wants us both to be rewarded in this moment. So I gave my client their $30 back. I got $30, and she got a reading as well. So, you know, that's just one of those moments that'll go down in my brain as holy shit. Spirit is real. Spirit is real. I'll also talk to you about one of my first call center jobs, when this was where I had my very first spirit that I channeled, Amy, who was the daughter of my trainer at this particular workplace. And I'll never forget sitting on the floor in my workplace going, because we used to sit on the floor like children during meetings, and I will never forget, welcome to Zoo call centers, but I will never forget seeing this vast amount of pink in my head and hearing the name Amy. And I just said, oh, I can see pink everywhere. And someone said, this person said, I won't reveal who they are, but this person said, that's my favorite color. Sorry, not that's my favorite color. That was my daughter's favorite color. And I went, oh. And then I started getting more flashes of information and more flashes of information. And subsequently at that workplace, I also channeled another person's, because I'll never forget this. So everyone at that workplace was like, oh, this is a load of shit. You're, this is bullshit, whatever. And I will never forget one day this particular girl said, I don't believe you, you're full of shit, you're just talking smack out your ass. And I went, right, let's go then. And she goes, yeah, channel me. And I was like, all right, let's do it. We'll do it at lunchtime. So come lunchtime, everyone, including myself and this girl, ran downstairs, ran to this cafe, which everyone used to go to at lunch, just down the road from the workplace. And we sat there, and I proceeded to channel her deceased partner, or ex-partner, or whatever you want to call them. And I told her, and I still remember this, how he loved certain clothing items, hats and shoes, how he had certain tattoos, where they were on his body, just little bits and pieces surrounding the way he passed, which was very traumatic. And I will, not that I'm, want to make people cry, but I was a little bit satisfied, I've got to tell you, when she was so beside herself from the accuracy of the reading, after calling me a bullshit artist, essentially, that she had to leave work that day and go home because she was not traumatized, but she was beside herself. She just could not believe that I had channeled this information. I went on to experience my first spirits in Sydney, Manly Quarantine Station. I have the Blue Mountains, Luna Park. There are so many formulating experiences that I've had in Sydney, Australia, that have made me who I am. I went to school in Sydney, Australia. I've grown up here. Like I said, I wasn't born here, but Sydney, Australia has made me who I am today. It is and always will be a massive part of my story and the story that I tell forever. Is it somewhere where I'd recommend you all come and live? Maybe not live. There's plenty of people here, don't get me wrong. But I'd say there's enough people here already, yeah? If you want to come to Sydney, Australia, come and visit all the beautiful sites and locations and incredibly fun things to do. And there are better beaches, I've got to tell you, even though there's the famous Bondi and Manly beaches. And I've been to the zoo that many times. I love going to see I've sung at the Opera House when I was a child. There are so many formulating experiences of who I am, as I said, and I will never forget my time here in Sydney, Australia. And I would recommend you all come for a holiday. Just don't stay too long. You might get caught up in all its energies, right? Madiru. Well, thank you very much for joining me here for this video today. I hope you've enjoyed some of these throwback stories, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Catch us on the flip side.